14 years, right? So, because why? He went into Laban's house with nothing, okay? So, read the second verse again. Yes.
He was serving for Rachel first, and then he gave him Leah, so he had to serve another son.
That's right, 14 years he did. Right, okay. Because that number, spiritually, 14, Yatzazak, symbolizes what in the Bible? 14. Who knows? 14. Servitude. That's what it symbolizes. Servitude. Okay? Right, so read it from the top.
If thou buy an Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go free for nothing.
Okay, so 6 years he shall serve, but in the 7th year you're supposed to let him go free. Okay? Because 7 is completion. Read on.
If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself.
Meaning that he came in without any money, without anything. Okay, he came in and worked for everything he had. So he came in by himself, he should go out by himself. Read on.
If he were married, his wife shall go out with him.
So if he were married, he would leave with his wife. Whatever he came in with, he left with. Read on.
If his master gave him a wife, and she had borne him sons or daughters, the wife and the children shall be the master's, and he shall go out by himself.
Right, so then what would happen is those children would be the adopted children of the master, and he would look after them in the household. Okay, including the wife. Read on.
And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master.
Right, now keep in mind that word, I love my master. Okay, read on.
My wife and my children,
Read
I
on.
will not go out for. I not go out free.
So everything that he gained while he was in his master's house, right? He said he loved his wife, his children, and his master. He wanted to stay, right? Read on.
Then his master shall bring him unto the judges, and he shall also bring him to the door, or to the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through.
Right, his master shall do what?
Bore his ear through.
So what was that boring? That boring was a mark in the air, right? What are we talking about? Marks. Because marks, sign, and seals are symbols of servitude, right? Read on.
With an awl, and he shall serve him forever.
And he shall do what?
Serve him forever.
He shall serve his master forever. So that's what a mark symbolizes, okay? So now when we go to Revelations now, so marks historically are symbols of servitude or allegiance from the one who the mark is received, okay? So this mark here, we're going to Revelations now, the 13th chapter. This mark represents following a satanic system that is geared towards making you break the commandments of the Most High. Revelations 13. And we can start at the, let's see now. Okay, start the 11th, at the 11th verse, Revelations 13 and 11. Alright, sis. Revelations 13 and 11. Okay.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
Okay, stop right there. Ryla, what was John seeing here?
Kingdom rising.
Right. How could you prove that that was a kingdom?
7 and 14.
Right. Even the Romans themselves, they had a saying, fighting against the Roman empires like fighting against the Hydra. Okay. The Hydra was a mythical sea monster. Okay. So we see all the analogies. Okay. So it says, I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. Okay. Read on.
And he had 2 horns like a lamb.
And he had what?
He had 2 horns like a lamb.
He had 2 horns like a lamb. Now there's only one other time that it was mentioned in the scriptures about 2 horns. Okay, and that's where we read Daniel's last week, didn't we? Where it was speaking about what? The Medo-Persian Empire. Okay, and one horn became bigger than the other horn, right? Which was the horn that became bigger than the other horn?
Persians.
The Persians, right. So What's this talking about here? Two horns like a lamb. It's talking about the American Empire and the British Empire, the British and the Americans, where we see the American Empire became greater than the British Empire. Okay, so it's talking about Britain and America. Okay, two horns like a lamb. Read on.
And he spake as a dragon.
Right. So yes.
So like a lamb is like America trying to portray themselves like God-fearing, right?
Okay, we're going to get to that. Two horns like a lamb, because the Americans, they profess themselves to be what? God-fearing, liberal, tolerant, right? All the qualities that are lamb-like or Christ-like. Okay, two horns like a lamb. Okay, but read on.
And he exercised all the power.
No, read from where we left off. Two horns like a lamb.
And he spake as a dragon.
Right, but spake as a dragon. Who can explain that? What does that mean? Spake as a dragon. How does a nation speak? Through their policies, not their actions. Through their policies. Okay, that's how a nation speaks. Democracy, republicanism. All that comes from where? Rome, ancient Rome. So now when you read on, you'll understand what it's going to say. Read on.
And he exercised all the power.
No, but spoke as a dragon.
And spake as a dragon.
Spake as a dragon, right. Because if you was to put a zipper on this beast, what would be in there? Not a wolf, but a dragon. So when the scripture says he spake as a dragon, what's that speaking about?
I mean, invading other countries, that's what I think.
No, spake as a dragon. What does that mean? We've gone over this before. Spake as a dragon. Yes, sir.
Military force?
No, he just said that. He just said that. See, this time he just said that. Spake as a dragon.
The democracy, the politics and policies that they make.
Okay,
the
Rilo.
amendments.
Rilo. Let me go to Rilo because this brother knows. Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna-
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know, but I'm going to say he's acting God-fearing, but war's in his heart.
Okay, no, we've gone over this before. Anash, you're our last hope. Read that again.
And he spake as a dragon.
Spake as a dragon. What does that mean?
Oh, I know.
No, too late. What does that mean?
To speak as a dragon.
Right, we've determined how a nation speaks, right? So how does a nation speak? Through its laws, its policies, right? Okay. Right. I mean, I'm not going to clue it because that's just kind of giving it away. What does that mean? Spake as a dragon.
Well, because Rome was classed as a dragon.
Right.
Right, so he spoke as Rome.
Right. Okay, what were you going to say?
Just now.
Right. Okay. That's the answer.
Right.
Okay. It says spake as a dragon because who is America imitating? Rome. Ancient Rome. Just like Rome had the eagle, America has the eagle. Just like
Rome has a senate.
just like Rome had a senate, America has a senate. Just like Rome was the expounder of democracy, America is the expounder of democracy. Just like Rome had Capitoline Hill, America has what? Capitol Hill. Okay, so that's how America spake as the dragon. Okay, read on.
And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him.
Now, what does that mean? He exercised all the power of the first beast before him.
Copying Rome before him.
Yeah, because who was the power before him? Rome.
Rome.
All you need to do is turn back to the 12th chapter where it says, and there appeared a great one in heaven, 12 and 1, a woman clothed with the sun under her feet, and upon her head were 12 crowns, which symbolizes Israel. And in the 3rd verse it says, and there appeared another wonder, behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns. That symbolizes Rome. So that's the power before him that America is exercising.
Right.
Okay, right. So now read the 12th verse again.
And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him.
See how the scripture is very simple. It's very easy. Okay, read on.
And causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast.
Right. Okay. So it says, and he causeth the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast. The first beast is Rome. Everybody's following Rome. Okay. So how are the nations on the earth worshipping Rome, the first beast? We're following what? Democracy, republicanism. Okay, that's how the nations worship. Worship means what, Rhino? What's the definition of worship?
Whatever you devote yourself to.
Yeah, or pledging allegiance to. Okay, that's what you worship. If you devote most of your time to listen to music, then that's what you worship. You worship music. If you devote most of your time to sports, football team, then that's who you worship. It's not to say that we can't do these things. It means that you don't give it more. You don't give it more time than you give the Most High. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, read on.
Whose deadly wound was healed.
Right. How was Rome's deadly wounds healed? Rome was destroyed in 476 AD and re-established again in America. That's when its wounds were healed. Read on.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven.
So it says he doeth great wonders through what? His science and his technology. Right? That he doeth what? Maketh fire come down from heaven. When did Esau do that? Right there, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Now, what's the significance of mentioning this debar in this verse here? Why is it mentioned? What happened when America dropped neutron bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki? What did they do?
It has never been done, and also, don't they have license on they own the air, something like that?
No, that's not answering the question. The question is, what's the significance of America dropping bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Why is it mentioned in this 13th verse here?
They showed they were a superpower.
Yeah. Because when America dropped bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that's when they announced themselves as what? The new superpower. So what we're seeing here is the revival of Rome, which is America, as what? As the last superpower. Because Rome has been revived many times. That's why you've got this book here. I brought this out last week. It's called The New Rome. It's called The New Rome. It says the fall of an empire and the fate of America. America's the new Rome. There's another book here that I always bring out, and this one's called, can't find it in a minute, but it's a book that's called, here we go, Eternal Rome. Why is it called Eternal Rome? Because Rome is the eternal city that keeps reviving. So what we're seeing here in the 13th chapter of Revelations is what? The final revival of Rome. Okay, that's the significance of the 13th verse, the mention of bombs being dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Okay, so read it from the top again.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he can make a fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Okay.
And deceives them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had the power to do in the sight of the beast.
Right, but how is it that in the 14th verse it says, them that dwell on the earth, how are they deceived? Because America's power comes through who? Satan. Because all kingdoms get their power from Satan. How do we know that? We go into Matthew, the 4th chapter, right? What he's saying to Yahushua, if you bow down and worship me, I'll give you all the kingdoms of the world. So what does that show you? That Satan is the temporary ruler of this world. So that's how the nations are deceived. Yes.
So they're deceived because they look on America as a great power and a lamb, and then but really it's Satan.
Yeah, really it's Satan behind it. Satan's pulling all the strings. That's a good way of putting it. Okay, so read the 14th verse again.
And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had the power to do in the sight of the beast.
Right, through science and his technology, read on.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live.
Right, so, okay, this is where brothers say that this is speaking about what?
Which one is it?
Read that part again. That they should make a...
And they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live.
Okay, bring it out. This is talking about what?
Caesar Borgia,
Caesar
right?
Borgia, that's the image. But is that what the scripture is talking about?
No.
Read it again, read the 14th verse.
And deceives them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which had the power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live.
Right, okay. Now how do we break this down, Ryan?